Greetings, Trigon shareholders and other stakeholders. Coming to you today to talk a little bit about our announcement, the granting of the Addana permits in Morocco. So this is in near Tata in southern Morocco. We have been granted 112 square kilometers of exploration ground in a new area. For those of you who've been following closely, you'll know that we had the Tamdoult permit in Morocco where we were exploring a large quantity of slag. Well, what we have here in Addana is actually the source material, the source rock where that slag was initially mined, and it is what looks like a monstrous deposit. Strike length over 40 kilometers. There's workings that daylight along the entire area. We have 7 of those permits, but there's more that we believe we can acquire in the coming future. I truly believe we're on the verge of a major discovery here, but it's of course very early days. But you can see a lot of mineralization really as far as the eye can see. So what we'll be working on initially is testing both the veins on the property. So if you look at the press release, you'll see that there's vein sets. They're relatively thin, of 40 to 50 centimeters wide, to 15 meters up to 2 kilometers in length. And there's workings on these veins. We are going to be testing to see what the grades of the mineralization that's there in the veins, see if there's any mineralization in the wall rock in around it, and then also look to see the extent of these structures undercover, because the artisanal mining that we're seeing is where it was exposed, but there's a great potential that this continues at depth or that there's more of it undercover. So there's a lot to learn here. This is an exciting new project for us. One thing that is mentioned in the release, and I'd like to expound upon here, is we're looking at both Silver Hill and now Addana as projects that may be able to stand alone. As you can see, we've been a little slowed in our work at Silver Hill because the focus right now is combat in Namibia. But these projects do deserve to be followed up on. They have the potential to be major discoveries. So what we'll look to do over the next little while is to test Silver Hill, get started at now Addana, and look to see if those are the products we think they are, and if they are, look at potentially spinning them out as a dividend to shareholders, which I think will add some value for something that's really under-recognized in the market right now. So as always, stay attuned and look for news from these Moroccan projects. Things are going really well in combat. We are completing June. June mined production was we produced over 191,000 tons of material, this time ore and waste. By comparison, we did 124,000 tons last month. Our target for June was 180, so we're overachieving there, and we're ramping up to full production. Now we want to target about 240,000 tons of mined material a month. In fact, our average should be a little less than that, but we can see that we have the equipment and the team that's able to produce that, and then gear up for next month, where we'll start the mill. First concentrate shipment in August. Look to get that 70% production in September, which once we do, we will make an announcement of that, and then full first month of production in October. So a lot happening at Trigon, and then stay tuned for updates on combat. Thanks for your time and attention.